Hello everyone. Today, we will be looking at BuildSpace Pro Part 2, Tender Pricing. We will mainly discuss on how contractors can make use of the features of BuildSpace to price and tender conveniently and also analyze the tender prices before the submission. During the tendering stage, we can easily import the BQ into BuildSpace for pricing so that all the records of tendering will be maintained in one single platform. If the client is using BuildSpace e-tendering, we can download the eBQ file straight away from the server and import into our own BuildSpace Pro for pricing. Otherwise, we can import the BQ in the form of Excel by matching the columns easily. When a BQ is imported into BuildSpace, tender pricing can be done by importing the build-up rates done in Schedule Rates library. We will just need to click on the Import Rates function, select the BQ item, and then select the items in the Schedule Rates library and click Import. The rate will be linked to the BQ item and it saves time on the tender pricing. In order to provide our users with higher level of flexibility in the process of tender pricing, we do allow the user to input the rate manually onto the BQ item. In certain circumstances, we do also allow the user to prepare the build-up rates into the BQ items. What we need to do is just to create the resource category and input the rate manually. If we do need to convert the rate, what we need to do is just to apply the conversion factor. We can also extract the BQ items for subcontractors to quote and then to compare the subcontractors' quotation during the tender stage. We can click a subpackage functions here and then to create a subcontract package. Then what we need to do is just to import the items from the tender BQ. Then we can also select the subcontractors who we need them to quote and export the subpackage BQ in the form of Excel to be sent to the respective subcontractors. When subcon fill out the BQ and send back to the user, we can easily import the BQ and do the comparison against our tender prices to make sure the profit margin is sufficient. When the tender pricing is done in BuildSpace, tender pricing analysis can be conveniently done and most importantly, it is automated in BuildSpace. Resource analysis will be able to show the components of the cost based on your materials, labors, plants and machinery, so on and so forth. Resources analysis is for the user to adjust the wastage based on the trade, material type, or to each of the BQ items that depending on the nature of the work or the quantum of the work. BuildSpace also allows the user to adjust the markup collectively and automatically calculate the composite markups amount for the project. We can mark up the item collectively based on the trade, based on the BQ items, or based on each of the bills to strategize the cash flow projections as early as during this tendering stage. BuildSpace will also display the total markup amount for each of the bills and items to facilitate the user in tender resubmission, negotiation stage, or rationalizations of contract rates. All the BQs and pricing prepared in BuildSpace can be either printed or exported in PDF and Excel format. The Excel BQ will carry all the calculation formula for further editing by the user. If the client is using BuildSpace e-tendering, the user can also export the tender rates and import it straight away into the client server as part of the submission.